hygiene and how us Americans like to shower way too much and how it is just awful for our skin and we kill our skin and dry it out and then we use more chemicals to try to moisturize it.
What do you know about that? Because I don't know much. I mean, so what's optimal versus not optimal?
Well, from my understanding, at least the way it was going, depends on the person, activity level, all that stuff. But the showering once a day, even, I mean, you could go once a week if you really want to. I don't even think it's the showering. I think it's more the hot water and the scrubbing we do.
Yeah.
So I do more rinses, and then I don't use shampoo or like actual soap, only because I don't have stuff that's like actually not toxic.
I haven't used, on and off once in a while, I've used all natural, like from India. I got stuff, there's no bullshit in it.
This Dr. Bronner's soap.
Yeah, Bronner's is good.
I use it for everything.
See, and that's the thing, like I've noticed since I've been doing that, I've cut back. If I use like shampoo or like what I do have for soap, I feel awful. I feel gross and dry, and it actually burns.
It's a chemical shitstorm.
Yeah.
Chemicals.
No, I know, but before it, so you never notice it.
People see, I haven't really used shampoo for years and years. Just, I think it was a friend of mine who's and being in India and other places thinking about it. It's like, somehow we got by before without this shit, right? And when you look at the ingredients and you research them, there's so many that are so toxic. But I feel like my hair does better.
Oh yeah, my natural oils.
I used to get dry skin in the winter, and now I don't.
Yeah.
And I just use coconut.
That's all. Yeah, ever since I asked you, but that's all I use.
I'm with you.
Yeah, like everything that's perpetuated in our society is just a vicious cycle of.
And for money.
It's a vicious, costly cycle of like dysfunction. So you get dry skin, and then you use shampoo to get rid of your dry skin. That creates even more dry skin, and then this happens, and then this happens.
We always
looking at the labels too. Like actually look at the labels and how manipulative they are. Like that it says it's got like fresh lime or whatever, like fruit, avocado in it.
And then it's got all these.
There's none of that in there.
Yeah. A fun game is try to pronounce every ingredient. That's always a fun game.
And the thing is, like, what you're saying, we always treat, like, symptoms. We don't really treat the root.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or when some stores, I don't know, I've just become so much more sensitive over the years, like, to even go down the aisles where all the shampoos and
it's just, ugh.
I literally, my eyes
it's
start
overwhelming.
I've come to appreciate my natural musky man scent. And I don't even smell, but like I've had girls tell me I smell great. Like I don't.
And that's the thing. If you're treating your body right, you're going to have those naturally good smelling pheromones.
Yeah, the pheromones that drives them crazy.
Yeah. Like of course, if you're eating like potato chips and shit like that, you're gonna reek. But you shouldn't be doing that shit in the first place. If you're treating your vessel right, you're gonna smell awesome, and you're gonna excrete those attractive pheromones.
Yep.
And that's another thing. If you're spraying Axe all over and using that shampoo, you're covering up your pheromones as well.
Oh,
so that's sending all kinds of mixed signals everywhere.
But look at the marketing and advertisements. Actually, I mean, I know you never watch, but they're actually like, the guy puts a little bit of that on. There's like 7 chicks.
Oh yeah.
It's like the opposite of reality and science.
Inversion. Inversion again. Everything's inversion because the thing is with those natural pheromones, it almost is like that. Like. Mentioning Tim Ferriss again, his experiment from the 4-hour body, his testosterone boosting experiment.
Yep.
So when he tripled his testosterone with his protocol, his pheromones were so intense that like he noticed girls like turning their heads looking at him, and like he's so scientific, so he documents all of it. So he definitely noticed that going on. It's almost that Axe magic, but that's what happens when you're actually natural and do things optimally instead of spraying shit on yourself. And then
it's good Bigfoot's not around. None of us would ever get laid, huh? Because that's probably a tune of some pheromones.
Bigfoot's definitely got some.
But now the only hygiene annoyance I have a little bit is like old people that obviously don't shower much. And I don't know if it's because of the food they ingest, but there's definitely an old people smell. And it's not nice.
But I think a lot of that has to come to probably the way they've lived and it's just their bodies, the
Well, they're
decomposing.
not active anymore. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, between
I'm not saying
shitty
all old
diet and
people,
being
there's
exposed
definitely
to.
a smell that some old people have, but it's not.
Well, think about it. Like if we're
Wish
talking
they'd shower more.
not only the showering, but think about to bring it back to the squatty potty and things like that.
Yeah.
If you're not eliminating everything, think about the buildup of shit in your body
Yeah.
over time. That's not pretty, you know,
Well,
and that's
actually-
what colon cancer and all that stems from.
Yeah, what was she saying, Katie Bowman, that basically the lymphatic system, it works by movement.
It needs
Through
movement.
So just to naturally, properly filter, you
Yeah.
have to walk and move. And most people aren't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So you're just rotten from the inside out.
Yeah.
And even if you stand up, you're still sedentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that covers showers. Does anyone have anything on maybe like
Oh, and
teeth, oral
cold
hygiene?
showers. Cold showers. That's a solution.
Cold showers, yep. That's what I do. I just rinse off with cold water, but wakes you up.
Yeah, I've been doing I've gone from being a cold shower pussy to like totally handling it. It's just conditioning.
Yeah.
And I even throwing in the Ukrainian ball treatment.
Boost that heat.
Yeah. Why not?
Anyone who doesn't know that, we're referring to Ukrainians dunking their balls in a bucket of ice water to
Boost
Boost
their testosterone before powerlifting meets, and it was proven to work. Boosting testosterone.
For the guys out there, if you need a little pick-me-up, just separate the boys and let the cold water flow on them.
Yeah.
But lead into oral hygiene, I guess. We covered other.
Huh.
Anyone have anything about oral hygiene?
The big
Or-
thing is oil pulling.
I do like oil
Swishing
pulling.
around coconut oil for
My-
like 5 minutes every morning is probably the best thing you
Teeth
can
and
do for
gums
oral
feel way
hygiene.
better
Yeah.
doing that. And
Yeah.
how fluoride's bullshit.
Oh yeah. It calcifies the pineal gland, and it's such a toxin. That's such a big tangent to get into, but like fluoride it's such a devastating toxin on the body.
Yeah, and it's fucked up. Not only do they put fluoride in the water, but they put chlorine.
Yeah.
Which is a
And-
small amount, but still, that's.
And like even if it's if it turns out to be completely harmless, which it isn't. But
be
why would you put it in the water supply? You know, not give people a choice, but you just dump it in there. Why?
Well, that's been shown for a while because it's a byproduct of nuclear waste,
Yeah.
and the manufacturers sell it, so they make money off the government.
Yeah. But the
That's
thing is, if it was good, you know, why wouldn't they just give people a choice? Like instead of force feeding it to everyone, literally force feeding it to everyone.
America's like the only country left.
America, freedom.
That's why
We don't have the freedom of choice with that.
No,
We don't have the
but,
freedom for a lot of things.
When I used to work at CES and other conventions in Vegas, and there'd be people coming from all over the world, Germans, English, Japanese, like a ton of them would always have their own like water supplies in their mats, like
Yeah.
instead of drinking the fluoride water. You know, it's
Yeah, because they actually have non-biased studies about fluoride there. All of our studies are so biased. Like you could prove anything with statistical gymnastics.
you know. Yeah, I don't really have anything else on.
Besides oil pulling.
Oh, regarding oral health, it makes me think of Dr. Weston Price. Have you heard of him?
No.
He was a dentist actually, that he traveled the world studying native cultures
Yep.
and their dental health.
And it's way better than ours, probably.
Way better.
Wow.
And like he attributed a lot of it, like especially high fish consuming cultures had the best dental health. Like no cavities at all, no deformities, so they didn't need braces or anything like that because your teeth and your whole jaw structure starts caving in because of deficiencies and things like that. So they didn't have any of those, eating a natural diet. And then once they were exposed to Western diets, they would start needing braces and start having cavities and all that. And a lot of that's attributed to sugar, of course.
Oh yeah, our diet.
Yeah. But fish oil is so good for dental health as well.
See, food for thought, people.
Yeah, another thing with hygiene is just to not use the that bullshit antimicrobial stuff everybody puts on.
Oh yeah,
What is-
it's got flame retardants in it.
I
Yeah,
mean-
it's so.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's another thing. We evolved over millions of years to interact and be exposed to bacteria. So that's how our immune system develops. And then you cut that out,
Yep.
and you have a completely dysfunctional and a useless immune system. So when it does encounter anything, like for example peanuts or something, anything with something in it,
Yeah.
it's gonna overreact because it's like, oh shit,
Yep.
invader, invader, invader. And that's what all these food allergies come from.
You guys keep going. I gotta.
Like no one had food allergies, or very, very, very few people had food allergies 70, 80 years ago.
Right?
It's an overreaction of the immune system to foreign toxins.
Yeah.
And a lot of foods actually have these toxins, but we're able to deal with it if our immune system is on point.
Oh, of course.
So that's why I never use any of the antibacterial.
Sanitizer.
Yeah.
And that's such like a new introduction, like last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put it everywhere.
Yeah.
If you're in an office, they have it at every door, and people. And if you notice, the people that use it the most are always sick. Like I've never used those, and I haven't been sick since I was like 9 years old.
Yeah, all good.
Exactly.